Sometimes you gotta protect your energy, and when you have to protect your energy, sometimes that comes with cutting off people. Um, it could be a form of friendship, it could be a family member, it could even be a relationship wise. You just have to learn to keep your peace. Um, some people will sit here and watch you go through the most and like temptations and the most battles, and they will sit there and still try to bleed you dry, like literally bleed you dry of all your energy and all your, you know what I'm saying? So those people that are like that, as far as friends, you gotta keep them away from you. As far as my journey right now, I'm trying to build a used car dealership, and on this journey, I've been learning a lot of things, um, and taking more time out to try to figure out myself. Um, I'm an introvert, so it doesn't really appease me to not really be around other people. I learned too that by me being a loner, it made me more powerful because other people seek attention from others while I seek validation just from myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Know who you are. Know who you are. Don't be out here chasing Instagram followers or just trying to put up an image for social media presence, period. You got to learn to be who you are and be yourself first. Um, there's been times where when I was younger, I used to just think that things of things that weren't valuable, I used to just hold them to the utmost value, thinking that they were super valuable. And these things now, as I get older, I realize like they were not valuable. Like for instance, it might be a party or something going on. It might be a party or something going on, right? And you might have just been working all week, and you might got a paycheck for like $500. You go with the guys to the mall, go buy some gear, go buy that. Y'all gotta buy bottles 9 times out of 10, so y'all gonna want to get some liquor. Now, mind you, I told you your check was like $500 at the beginning of the week, or not at the beginning of the week, but by the time payday hit, you got $500, and you're already at the mall with the guys. You know what I'm saying? You got some of them that y'all obviously gonna go smoke. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna buy some bottles and all that, and you gotta buy a fit because you going to a party 9 times out of 10. So you gotta learn not to make these mistakes and try to avoid these situations so that you're not out here just free spending. You know what I'm saying? Basically on that subject, like think if you made $500 or $500, if you made $500 and you went to the mall, y'all bought bottles, y'all bought some. By the end of that night period, y'all probably gonna be at like in your pockets alone, you probably gonna be at like what? Probably gonna spend like probably like 150 on clothes, probably another bucket some change on shoes. So that's right there. It's probably like 250 alone. Then if you're gonna buy bottles and all this extra, you're gonna probably go to the party. You're gonna have $100 left. You're gonna go to that party. You're gonna do what you do. By the time you get home, you're gonna have $0. So you work all week, all week. You work all week. You make your $500, and you basically just spent it in one night. Now I used to be the same person making these seven mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I just had to focus up, stop drinking, stop doing certain habits, fall back from certain people. You know what I'm saying? Start spending your time on things that'll help your body mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? Start going to the gym, change your daily routines. You know what I'm saying? Randomize your daily routine a bit so you're not getting bored. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn to stay down. You know what I'm saying? That might come with noodles. That might come with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That might be coming with butter noodles. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever you gotta do to have your money stretch. You know what I'm saying? In this time period. And when it comes to having your money stretched, that's why you got to make sure you around the same people that's indulging in the same thing that you're thinking of, or the same same logic that your mind is thinking. Because if you're sitting around people that's not thinking the same nor on the same scale as you, it's not it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna be tainted to go do what they're doing, you know what I'm saying, and following their path, and you're gonna leave your path for what you're trying to do, or they're gonna follow you. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, if you're speaking positive, they're not gonna follow you. You know what I'm saying? But liquor, all that stuff, that's a major influence. So people tend to go follow that program instead of going to sit back and go on grab your phone, which is one of the strongest things that we have in this world now. Where you could go and look up a new skill, something that you can learn. Take time, read a book. You know what I'm saying? So people tend to go negative route and go do and spend time on things that they don't need to be spending time on. You know what I'm saying? So it might even come as a shape as a family member that might try to take you off your pivot. You know what I'm saying? And they be doing this in crazy ways. Like they might see that you might go to them and preach to them about what you plan on doing with your life. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't seen nothing but failure all their life. So all they're gonna do is pop your bubble immediately as soon as you start talking. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to hear it, and they scale or their mind is not on that level yet. So pay attention to that. Um, you gotta learn that friends don't know what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what's best for you. Only you know what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Just like your mom don't know what's best for you. Just like your dad might not know what's best for you. Just like your sister or your brother might not know what's best for you. You got to know what's best for you to basically be able to take your mind and move forward with it. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a dream or a goal, you got to make sure you follow that all the way out. Because if not, your goal is just going to be forgotten. You know what I'm saying? And another thing with goals, what I've been realizing is when we use our phones to like say if you got a note that you got to jot down or something, when you put it when you write whatever thought that you got that come to your mind in your phone for your note, you tend to forget about it. And I've done this many times. I don't know about you. If you did this before in the comment section below, let me know. If you had a thought before and then you went in your notes, you jotted it down, and then a day or two later you forgot that you even put it in there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you noticed, but you use less nerves when you're typing on your 2 fingers to put in a note that you was trying to remember than it would for you to take a pencil and put it to paper and actually write that note down. Now, actually, when you write this note down on paper, actually, you use a lot more nerves, and just from you writing it down, it actually brings it into the logic of the world. So it's like kind of like speaking something into existence, or you know what I'm saying. But you're just doing it in the opposite way. You're just writing it into existence. You know what I'm saying? So with your goals, try to actually take the time to write them down. Don't just sit there and go on your phone and, oh, let me just put it in my notes and then forget about it 2 days later. Take the time to actually write it on a pen or a pencil, write it on the paper, put your notes up, go back to your notes. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, they'll always be there. You know what I'm saying? Get you a nice little composition notebook if you ain't got one and just go through your notes. and make sure that you just follow through with all your plans that you had in your notepad. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if say you want $100,000, right? I want you to go get a composition notebook, go get a composition notebook, go get a pen or a pencil, and I want you to jot in there, I want to make $100,000, 100, comma 000, right? And then under that, I want you to put 3 or 4 ways. You don't gotta cram it all in one night or one time period, but put 3 or 4 ways that you can make that $100,000. Then after you do that, if you go back to it like 2 more days later after that, even if it takes you a week to fill out all the four, I guarantee you after you're done putting up 4 away, your mind is gonna be racing now because now you're gonna be thinking about ideas on how to make this $100,000 because you already wrote it and you put it into the world. You already spoke it into existence. You wrote it into existence. You know what I'm saying? So now when you go back to your composition, I'm guarantee you now when you go to put ideas in there, you're gonna have more than 4 ideas on how do you get that $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Now another thing I do realize out here is a lot of people they do not have goals. They do not have a clear vision of what they want to do in life. They don't know what they want to do in life. They don't know how to prosper in life. There's a lot of friends out here that's wearing that hoodie tucked over their head, and they brandish that fake smile. You know what I'm saying? So when you speak in these plans, be careful who you speak your plans to, because the demon or the devils are their ears is always open. So just be careful who you speak out your plans with, and who you your plans to, because people will try to destroy your plan immediately. But like I said, make sure you have a vision. Make sure you have a goal. A lot of people out here today do not have goals. They just wake up today and have the same regular day-to-day schedule. They don't try to change anything. They don't try to put anything new in their life. Like really, like most people wake up today, they get on their phone and they doom scroll all day, all day, all day, all day, all day. You know what I'm saying? Other people they just get on the game, they play a game all day. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about all the hours that you're taking your phone and you're just doom scrolling, doom scrolling, doom scrolling. And the only thing that you're gonna remember out of that is probably something funny you've seen or something horrendous you've seen or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Maybe someone passing away or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But out of everything that you just scrolled throughout for that whole time period, you didn't gain a skill, you didn't learn anything new that you know is a fact that is actually true. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, obviously, there's fake news everywhere. Um, so you got to take the time to actually get off that phone, stop doom scrolling, go out into the environment, breathe some fresh air, uh, go to the gym, go work out. You know what I'm saying? Go get a clear mind. You know what I'm saying? I just started going back to the gym. You know what I'm saying? And this, I can't even say go back to the gym. I never even went to the gym in my life besides when I was a kid playing football. So now, as a grown up, I'm going to the gym now. I take my time, go there about 2 times a week. I plan on going 3 or 4 more times, as much free time as I get. I plan on going to the gym. Um, but like that's something new I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to the gym. um, Skills like find something that you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Find something new. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here that they just don't know what they want to do with life. When there's a phone that they grab every morning and they get on their phone and they see all these other people, all these entrepreneurs, all these people that's Instagram, social media famous, that they're going out buying houses, buying cars, and they're just commenting or they're just reposting the other person's lifestyle, and they're just comfortable with their lifestyle instead of going out and going to get that lifestyle themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be stuck in that field. You want to be able to observe and approach that field. You know what I'm saying? Um, have a clear mind and just find a goal. You know what I'm saying? With the time that you're going on your phone, try to find something that you can learn about. a trade, a skill. If you want to go back into school, take some time to go back into school. There's millions and millions of ways to make money out there. You know what I'm saying? You could get a body shop. You could start learning to rap cars. You could start in your house. You literally can get a piece of car from a fender. You could get you could get like a rear mirror from either side, the left or the right. You could bring that right in your house. You could buy you some wax, not wax, some wrapping paper, and you could literally get the heat gun, and you could literally take the time to learn how to wrap car material in your house. You know what I'm saying? Before putting on full scale. And then as you get better at it, you can then take potential clients in. You could learn to do it on your car. You get what I'm saying? You might have a family member or a friend that might allow you to work on their car to put the wrapping product on it. And you don't even have to charge them. You could just do it off the simple fact that you're learning. And then as you get better with it, then you could obviously that's the skill you learn. You could definitely charge people for that skill that you learned. You get what I'm saying? People can take the time to what? Look at this wall. Look at this wall. Look at the color of it. People take time to paint. All you gotta do is learn to paint. You do that. Look at this. It's a whole portrait. It's a whole portrait. People bodies online. If you take the time to draw, learn, you get what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of skills. There's trades out there for everything and everybody. Something needs something. Somebody needs something that somebody's crafted. So you know what I'm saying? Every day somebody purchases something that somebody else created. You know what I'm saying? Um, Another thing is try to fulfill your mind with less negative thoughts. Like try to start watching more positive things. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, I be trying to take time out to watch Shark Tank, or you know what I'm saying. I watch Flip or Flop. You know what I'm saying. I watch um auto auction rebuilds. I watch. You know what I'm saying. I don't try to pay attention to things that's not inherent to me. You know what I'm saying. I need to be focused on how I can build myself. And that's basically what I'm telling y'all. I gotta learn to build yourself. So again, if that comes with cutting off people, you have to do what you gotta do for you to prosper. You know what I'm saying? Um, you gotta learn to budget your money and not just be spending money all ridiculously. Uh, there's pros and cons to spending money, obviously. You know what I'm saying? If you want to spend money to make more money, then do it vigorously. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not gonna make any money, then don't do it. Period. Don't be sitting out here going to buy the new $1,000 uh what $1,000 Balenciagas, then you going to the party, spending $1,000 on some shoes, and then you're getting liquor poured on them, or somebody in the car throwing up on your shoes, or you drunk yourself, you throwing up on your shoes, or you might step in a mud puddle, and guess what? You just spent $1,000 on some designer shoes that is gonna go down in value. So you gotta just learn these little things so that you don't make these mistakes. Um, Try to invest in the stocks, ETFs, um, little things like that. Pay attention to some Dave Ramsey. I watch Dave Ramsey all the time. If you guys got anything else in the comment section below as far as like helping others elevate their life, um, definitely comment in the comment section below. It's just crazy though how people will help you spend money so fast, but then when you come up with a plan to make some money, there's nobody there. There's literally nobody. So you gotta really pay attention to that. And then when you got the money, you gotta pay attention to how people flock for the money. People come around for the money, and then as soon as you ain't got no money, they all vanish too. But thank you guys for stopping for the channel. Just a little bit of motivational speech today from me. This is Z Squad Vlogs. I'm blessed. More coming to the channel. If y'all want more of these, just comment below. Let me know, and I'll drop more of these motivational vlogs. Tell people how not to make certain mistakes in life. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming to the channel. As you know, there's over like 4 billion, I don't even know, million YouTube channels, and you guys took the time out to come to my YouTube channel. That's what's up. I appreciate you guys.